Hey, how you doing? How you feeling? I hope you're doing great. Yes, what is something Europe has changed in your mind as an American? And this is part one. And of course, I love doing these. I love to hear other people's opinions and their experience. This is something I just love to hear, and love to share with y'all. And I like to read the comments too. I do read the comments, even though sometimes it could be very overwhelming because there's so many. Like I'll get like thousands of comments, so it's hard to read everybody's comments. But as soon as I upload the video, I will start reading people's comments. But after that, I have to stop because it's too much. So yeah, so let's just get straight to it.
You've been to or traveled to Europe. What's something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go?
So when I was 19, I lived in England. I studied abroad while in college. I could talk about a lot of things, including the issues with urban sprawl that we have in America that they don't have in Europe. So anyway, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk about food. I was eating at least 5,000, 6,000 calories a day. Easy. I was also walking every day, everywhere. However, not enough to burn that many calories. I was eating shit. Like pure and utter shit. I was not eating good food. I was eating McDonald's, KFC, burger, bad food, and I lost 30.
I feel so guilty. I'm here to about I'm trying to lose weight, go to the gym and all of that. And today I bought me a fish sandwich from McDonald's and a frappe. I know. It's hard.
35 pounds. 35. I came back to the States. No acne. No anxiety. I could not wear the clothes in my closet. They were hanging off of me.
Whoa.
When Tesco says your peaches are going to expire on the 9th of, they mean the 8th of June. There are no preservatives. There are no artificial hormones. There are nothing in those foods. And I miss it every day. I cannot describe it. I came back to the States and I got sick the first time I ate food.
See, that tells you a lot. It's something in our food. But at the same time, we shouldn't be eating so much. We do eat a lot, though. Some of it, yeah. It's not easy because it's something you're used to, but that's something I've thought about for a while, too. Like, I have to, like, slow down. So, like, if I'm eating certain things, I just eat, like, a little bit, not too much. Even though, especially if I'm eating dinner, like, my plate has to be very, very small. The portion has to be very, very small.
Something Europe has changed in your mind that now you can't let go. I'll go first. I don't know about y'all, but I've had the chance to spend 2 weeks in Finland over the last couple years, and it's changed a lot about my perspective.
Finland. How about people in Finland? I miss y'all. I haven't did a video of Finland in such a long time.
But currently what I'm battling is that I just had to leave 2 supermarkets because our meat is disgusting. In Helsinki, all the salmon was so rich. I mean, granted, the harbor is right there, but literally the salmon was almost like grapefruit color. Our sickly, nasty orange salmon. And it's like I don't even relate to chicken here anymore. The chicken wings in Finland are so little and crispy and light. The chicken wings here, the fat layer is just so thick. There's fat inside on the bone. Like Finland literally would never.
I have to stop right here. Y'all wouldn't believe the experience I had here. I went to the supermarket and this was like a couple of weeks ago because my daughter, she wanted some wings. When I tell you, I went to the supermarket, right? When I went to buy the wings, in the front of the wings, it looks fine. As soon as I went home and I turned the wings over, it was black. The wings had black spots all over it. I was like, ew. I was so grossed out that, of course, I had to return it because I'm not going to pay for something and then throw it away or eat it. Like, no, that wasn't happening. So I brought back the wings. So the manager told me to go get me another one. I went to go get another one. It was the same thing. What I did was I instead of bringing it home, I went to check it to make sure those wings was okay. They had spots in it. And what happened is the person who was packaging the chicken, they were trying to hide the black spots by putting it under, so that way when customers come in to buy the chicken, they won't see the spots. And I'm like, but why would you is something wrong with it. Why would you still sell it? That's why I was so pissed about. Like, why would you still sell it? So, yeah, the food that we eat over here it could be terrible.
Never. Even our beef looks gray. Our meat quality has to be making us sick because there's no way. These animals are sick and they're still feeding them to us. They cannot continue eating corn. We don't digest corn, neither do they. And
Yeah.
even if they're pasture raised, what about the pesticides in the pasture? This country is 6 degrees of fucked up. Finland, me please. Is that I just had to leave 2 supermarkets because our meat is disgusting.
Welcome to the 5 stages of deciding what to watch. Check Netflix, see what's new to
Commercial.
Prime Video.
Would you also accept the submission of the culture shock a European gets when we come to the States? Mind you, when they told me that we were gonna go live in the States, I was stoked. Because for me, the US was Six Flags, Universal Studios, Disneyland, In-N-Out Burger. But over time, I started falling in a sort of uncanny valley. There was the food. Cheese was just a block of plastic. Have you ever seen what mozzarella is supposed to look like? And I slowly started realizing that everything tasted chemically. So you have ginormous vegetables, but they taste like nothing. Realize that the difference in volume is just made up of water. Now I realize why so many of you, in order to spice your food, you have to put powdered garlic and powdered onion. Instead of the real thing, it's because it's dehydrated. You need less volume to get the same punch. But go get thee some garlic in the Mediterranean. Will knock you off your feet. It is pungent. You just use the fresh thing. You don't need the powdered version. And I know what I'm on about because I have been to Gilroy, your capital of garlic. Honestly, meh. Sorry, but yeah. Then there's sugar everywhere, even in the bread. And for a nation that is so obsessed with sugar, how do you consistently get your candy so wrong? I'm sorry, but I'm not letting you off the hook until we talk about corn candy. What the fuck is that? Does anyone actually eat that? Why is it so
No,
popular?
I don't
Have you
know.
ever had a nice, like, French gelée? Oh my god. Have you ever had candied violet petals? I'm salivating already. Already covered how weird your chocolate tastes. Everything was just consistently in this kind of uncanny valley.
You know what? Our chocolate our chocolate can be very, very sweet. Very, very sweet compared to other chocolate around the world. Yeah, it can be very sweet and very overwhelming. That's why I don't eat certain chocolate, because it could just be too sweet for me.
The house is made of drywall. Where's the stone? Where's the cement? Where's the brick? I mean, I was a kid, but after a while, my mother asked,
Oh man, let's not start with that. I said the same thing, girl. I said the same thing. They don't make houses like they used to. They try to find the most cheapest, easy way to build a house, because it's money. The faster, the better, because you could collect that money real fast. Okay, and cheap materials are cheap, so the company saves money. They know what they're doing.
asked me, how are you liking living in the States? And apparently I said, it's creepy because it's like Disneyland, but without the fun. And everything looks like the thing, but isn't the thing. I mean, I could go on, but you brought food as an example, and I just thought I'd respond in kind. You know, I know it's difficult to leave the States, but if you get a chance, come back. Welcome you with open arms. But I'm gonna leave on a positive note for you. There are a few things that nobody can do like the US. These are not gonna be like gotchas. Number one, peanut butter, amazing, and it's a you thing. Number two, but this is my main thing, New York cheesecake. Nobody in Europe does it like you.
Yes, girl. Yes, our cheesecake is the best. If you ever stop by, if you ever come here in New York and you want a slice of cheesecake, stop at Junior's, okay? Their cheesecake is amazing. I heard the Cheesecake Factory cheesecake tastes great too. So, but Junior's cheesecake, delicious.
They do this weird no-bake cheesecake. Not the same thing. Cherry pie, anything Cajun spiced, all amazing. Your Napa Valley white wines are okay also. Not amazing, but okay. Red velvet cake, insanely good. Pancakes and French toast. Your breakfast laps, but I could only eat it if I was really hungover. Do you want more culture shock examples? Let me know.
Yes.
No, okay, so it changed a lot of things for me. And when I was a junior in college, I went and lived in Ireland for roughly 6 months, and I spent most of my time, 99.9% of my time, in one area of Galway, which is in the western section. And it's a fairly good-sized city as far as, like, Ireland is concerned. And so it changed a shit ton for me. One of the things that it changed that can never be replicated here, I do not care what somebody says, is safety. because I was a junior, I was an American, I was in college, I was studying abroad, I was like 20 sheets to the wind every now and then, and I would walk home from the pubs. They close at 4, like 3 or 4 in the morning. So I'd be walking home after getting like some food, at like 4 in the morning by myself from Center City to my house. No problems. No problems. And I never felt unsafe one time. The second thing it changed was police. I don't know, this is just my experience and then the experiences I saw of people with them, but like you could be that drunk bastard out on the thing, like, I'm gonna piss on a wall and I'm gonna fight you. The cops would just be like, all right, Joe, get in the car, we're gonna take you home. Get in the fucking car, Joe. And they were just super nice. Like you were encouraged to walk up to them and be like, hey, you know what, I kind of need a ride. And they'd be like, all right, cool, like let's see if we can call you a taxi or we'll take you, like get on, whatever. Super polite. The other thing,
Yeah, that's so crazy. These cops are different. I don't know if it's because the pressure they have to go through, but that's nice. At least you definitely feel safe, because if you see a crazy person, a cop should stop them and be like, hey, where you going? Where you coming from? Come on, let's take you home or whatever. Get them off the street. But here, it's like you got so many crazy people on the street. There's nobody here to take them up and put them somewhere. And some of them could be so dangerous. As I don't know if y'all read some of the stories on the news, I should say, here in New York. People getting pushed off the train, and people got stabbed. It's so much because it's so many crazy people on the street. They have mental problems, and nothing is being done. So you don't feel safe. That's why I stay in the house late at night. Certain time I'm in the house because. Look what they said. That song, the freaks come out at night. Yeah, the freaks come out at night. That's why I stay in the house. But certain countries, you don't have to worry about those type of things. You feel safe, and that's how life's supposed to be. You should feel safe.
changed, and this is really weird, but it changed me forever. So, Chinese food. Yeah. So Galway is this like little international port. So the Chinese food that I had in Galway was like straight from whatever section of China the owner of that restaurant was from, and imported its food directly from that area of China. So they made cuisine that was not Americanized in any way, shape, or form. And so even in my wildest dreams, when I was there, I ordered like takeout. And it showed up at my door. It was rain and hell. Like I hate rain. So I was like hiding. Anyway, that's another story. And so the guy knocks on the door. I have this Chinese food. And I called the guy I was dating back in America via Skype back in the day and was like, I've had the best Chinese food in my life. And then told my roommates who were Irish. And they were like, oh, that's nothing. You should go to this place. Whole different region of China. And it was just so good. And so now, no matter where I go in America, I have yet to have Chinese food nearly as good as I did in Ireland, and basically it changed me forever. So yeah.
Wow.
How cheap it is to travel. This is applicable for the rest of the world, not just Europe. But accommodations and public transportation is so cheap in Europe. And traveling is a lifestyle. So different in the United States. Like if you want to travel cheap in the US, you got to hitchhike, got to be a dirty kid, you got to train hop. People still do that in Europe, but you don't have to. You can stay at hostels for $10 a night. You can get a train ticket to a different country for $20. You can ride the subway across the city for $1. And it'll take 15 minutes. Now, of course, this depends on what city you are in Europe, but you're also encouraged to travel there. Unlike the United States, where everything revolves around working.
What? Wow.
There has to be a deeper reason behind why America and Japan are the only countries in the world that wash their eggs. And if I know anything about how America likes to cut corners, save $1 at the expense of the people, I don't feel like I will like the answer once I get it.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, exactly what he said. The food. I lived in Italy for a summer, and when I went there, I was fairly healthy. But I got there and it's just fresh pasta, fresh pizza, fresh gelato. And I was eating that every single day. I can't even tell you how much prosciutto I had while I was out there. And I came back after the summer and I was healthier than when I had left. And not only that, when I started eating the food here in America again, I was sick. I got really sick for months. The apartment that I had in Italy, it had a small refrigerator. You get groceries for whatever you're going to cook that day. Everything is fresh. You're not doing leftovers. I've been trying to get back ever since.
Yeah, that's the problem here in America. Food is not fresh at all. Like I said, I mentioned the whole chicken situation. I get so turned off, y'all. When I go grocery shopping, I look at meats. It's like I get so turned off. That's why I eat mostly a lot of seafood. Yeah, I eat seafood more than steak and chicken. Like, I'll eat steak once in a blue moon. But if I get a steak, it better be red. Like, I don't like the pale looking steak because they don't look fresh to me. But yeah, but I try to stay away from red meats. I eat a lot of seafood because I love seafood. I love shrimps. I love fish. That's what I mostly eat. Yeah, but certain things I try to stay far away. Like, far away.
I was living in France for 7 months, so I would say it changed my lifestyle a lot. Firstly, I can't even wear Crocs outside anymore. Like, or any really like athletic clothing to any place other than the gym. I'm not doing it. I'm also not in a rush to do anything, to go anywhere, to finish my food. I'm not in a rush to do anything. I love eating in now. Like, I don't want to eat in the car. I don't want to eat in a drive-thru. I just want to sit and eat. Lastly, I would say diet and exercise. I find myself parking further away so that I can walk because I walked so much in France. And then I'm also not eating the same things I used to eat because they didn't have Pop-Tarts. They didn't have all this sugar that we eat in the U.S. all over the place.
It's
if they
terrible.
did, it was rated an F. So you don't even want to eat that.
It was rated F. So basically, we're talking about mostly food and stuff like that, food and being safe. But most majority, everybody was talking about the food quality, the difference of the food quality here in America versus in Europe. I don't even know why I'm acting surprised because I've heard this a lot. The food quality here is not that great. I know a lot of Americans, the video I was watching, a lot of Americans said that when they was here in America, they wasn't feeling good. They was feeling sick and stuff like that. And then when they went to another country, they started feeling better because it's the food. It's the stuff that we eat here. It was very interesting. I will definitely do more because this is part 1. I will definitely do part 2 if I could find it. And if you have any opinions, if you're American, comment below. You know, like I said, I read comments. I'll check it out. If there's any other videos you would like me to react to, comment below. Yeah, comment below. Let me know what's the next video you would like me to react to. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So go ahead and subscribe. And guess what? Check these videos out right here. Right here. And I'll see you lovely people. Take care of yourself. Bye.